Finally, the Gilded Age Season 2 is almost here, and you don't have long to wait. With an expanded plot, more characters to love and hate, and all the opulence and intrigue of the Gilded Age that we saw in Season 1, this new season promises to be even more fun to watch than the first. Let's explore all the burning questions you have about the Gilded Age Season 2 right now, including the new wild and crazy schemes and tactics of Bertha Russell, along with when and where you can catch it as soon as it drops on your streaming device.
Good, I look forward to it.
Starting with the ever-expanding battle between the old money elite, represented by Mrs. Astor and Agnes Van Ryn, and the new money rabble-rousers, the Russells, whom we all know and love. The trailer for Season 2 unveils the overarching theme for the season. The 2023 season of the Gilded Age will be wrapped around the story of the War of the Operas, something that actually happened in history and was, of course, led by Alva Vanderbilt, Bertha Russell's inspirational source. In history, we know it as a dramatic conflict that shook the city's social elite, forever altering the cultural landscape. But to get the full account of the real history behind the story in Season 2, be sure and watch for my video that expands on the War of the Gilded Age opera houses. For now, let's just set the stage briefly on how it all just might play out in our favorite HBO miniseries. In 1883, the Academy of Music was the bastion of the old money families who saw it as a testament to their refined tastes and entrenched social status. The Academy's private boxes were limited in number and passed down through generations, making it the symbol of status and exclusivity. In Season 2, we'll see that the War of the Operas gets kicked off when the Academy of Music rejects Bertha's request for a box at the opera.
But are you sure it's wise to start the war with New York society? Aren't you asking for trouble?
As history has it, Bertha is going to do exactly what Alva Vanderbilt did in the same situation in real life. She answers the snub by spearheading the building of what we now know today as the Metropolitan Opera. History records that on April 28, 1880, she and 22 other members of the new money families met at the Delmonico's restaurant to organize to build their own opera house. Imagine the drama that can ensue from that fateful night that is sure to last the whole season.
This is very melodramatic.
Thanks to Bertha, aka Alva Vanderbilt, the Metropolitan Opera was not only larger and more luxurious, as one would expect from the Vanderbilts, but it also had 3 levels of private boxes. It was meant to be a clear statement of its inclusivity to the city's new elite. The private boxes, auctioned off to the highest bidders, were quickly snapped up by the city's wealthiest families, including the Morgans, the Goulds, and the Rockefellers. For new viewers of the show, just let me interject a brief statement that, while not a direct biography of the era's key figures, the Gilded Age series draws heavily from the real-life events and dynamics of the period, providing a fascinating glimpse into this pivotal time in American history, while at the same time marking the beginning of the end for the old money establishment. But the War of the Operas is not the only drama for our viewing pleasure in Season 2. Other reports circling around the web say that Season 2 will introduce new characters and subplots that are sure to delight. To begin with, Marion Brooke is featured more in the new season, when she continues her journey to find her own path in the world by secretly teaching at a girls' school. Much to Agnes's dismay, of course, and she will continue to ward off her Aunt Agnes's pursuit of a worthy husband. Also in the Brooke house, Ada Brooke takes up a new courtship, giving Agnes even more consternation. And we can't forget George Russell, who has his own clash with a growing union at his steel plant in Pittsburgh. Then there's the increasingly interesting journey of Peggy Scott, whose storyline expands as she embarks on a quest to connect with her roots and assert her voice as an aspiring Black writer. We'll also see more of T. Thomas Fortune, who was the writer, editor, and publisher of the prominent Black newspaper at the time, the New York Globe. I'm sure that we can look forward to more hints of a budding romance between T. Thomas and Peggy. In addition, in Season 2, Dorothy Scott, Peggy's mother, who is actually a former slave, emerges as a pivotal figure in Peggy's life, leading to some pretty powerful revelations. And there's more to come along the same lines. Continuing from Season 1, it remains the intention of the show's writers to show us more of the true history of Black elites in the late 19th century Brooklyn. I look forward to pumping out some videos about this largely unknown aspect of Black history as we move into Season 2, so stay tuned for that. Along with expanding the history of New York's Black elite through the lens of the Scott family members, Season 2 will also bring a greater focus on the downstairs element of the upstairs-downstairs drama. While only 2 of 12 series regulars in the first season were servants, 11 of the 24 Season 2 regulars will be members of household staff. Which brings us to the question of which characters will return for the Gilded Age Season 2. And who will we miss? Well, I don't think we are going to miss Tom Rakes. If you remember in Season 1, Marion Brooke thought she had found the man of her dreams when a blast from her past, Tom Rakes, showed up in New York. But as it turns out, he was up to no good. While it took some time for her to learn that he was actually a schemer and to see his true colors, she finally figured it out and ended their relationship. All of which means Mr. Rakes will not be seen in Season 2. As for new characters and storylines to look forward to, the Gilded Age has added some big names to their 2023 cast, including house actor Robert Sean Leonard and Tony Award-winning actress Laura Benanti. According to the entertainment news magazine Deadline, Leonard will be playing the Reverend Matthew Forte, who is described as a jovial, congenial man from Boston, set to be the new rector of the church that many of the main cast attend. Benanti will play Susan Bain, a beautiful and glamorous widow who hires Larry Russell as the architect for her Newport home. Susan was recently widowed by her husband, who Deadline describes as a rich, dull man, many years her senior. Not much there for drama, but we'll have to wait and see. Other additions to the Gilded Age Season 2 cast of characters include a beguiling socialite who the wily Oscar Van Ryn pursues as the perfect heiress for a wealthy marriage, Agnes's rich and recently widowed nephew, who is new to New York along with his young daughter Frances, who is innocent, naturally charming, endearing, and well-bred with good manners. A prosperous mainstream, somewhat uptight banker who attempts to join New York's elite society along with his wife. And, to feed the rumor mill, a wealthy widower who recently married a much younger wife after what can be described as an extremely short courtship. Historical figures will be added this season as well, including the famed educator Booker T. Washington, who invites Peggy and Thomas to tour his new Tuskegee school, possibly helping to bring them closer together. And the Duke of Buckingham, described as a posh British nobleman recently arrived in New York, whom Bertha immediately eyes as a match for Gladys, putting her in line to become a dollar princess. All of this is to say that the countdown is officially on for the October 29, 2023 release of The Gilded Age, Season 2 at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on HBO Max. New episodes of The Gilded Age Season 2 will be available to watch and stream every following Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Now it's time to catch up on Season 1 by watching this next video.